This video will discuss the use of currencies in Alert. This form provides the user with information on currency amount formatting in Alert. The note on this form provides the reader with information required to understand how entry of currency amounts in Alert forms are controlled and how currency amounts are formatted in forms, reports and documents such as customer invoices. The usage of currencies starts with companies. Each company has a single local currency defined. Currency amounts in Alert for the company are then usually entered and reported in this currency. Reports for sales, billings, revenue, costs, service rates, etc. are always reported in the local currency for the company. Transactions, on the other hand, such as customer invoices, may be entered and reported in the transaction currency. The Alert form or report will always display what currency the currency amounts are being entered or reported in. Alert allows the user to select the currency that is to apply to a transaction. For example, customer orders and customer invoices may be created in a selected currency. In this example, the customer order has been entered in US dollars, while the local currency for the company Make It Great Australia that the customer order has been entered for is in Australian dollars. We can also display the customer order currency amounts in the company's local currency of AUD by selecting this option. In this case, Alert stores currency amounts for the customer order in both the transaction currency of US dollars and in the local currency of the company of Australian dollars. The exchange rate used between the transaction currency and the local currency of the company comes from the currency exchange rates entered on this form. Exchange rates may be manually entered in this form. Alert also has a facility to import currency exchange rates automatically from a service provider such as Oanda Corporation. This facility is useful for updating a large number of daily exchange rates. Each customer may have a default currency recorded. This currency will be defaulted to new customer orders and customer invoices entered in Alert for the customer. This is a default only. The user may manually change the currency that applies to each individual customer order or customer invoice as it is being entered into Alert. In this case, the customer's default currency is US dollars. Now looking at employee cost rates that are used to cost services provided. Alert allows a single cost rate to be entered for employees in a single currency and will use this globally to cost time spent by the employee on all projects. When an employee records a timesheet against a project for a company, then Alert will, if necessary, convert the employee's cost rate into the local currency of the company the project belongs to. Employee cost rates are entered by effective date and will be entered in the currency that is the local currency for the company that is the employee's home company as at that date. The home company for the employee is configured in the Employee Maintenance form on the Availability tab. The currency that currency amounts are being entered or reported in will always be displayed in Alert. This is true for all forms and reports. For example, in this report, the header of the report signifies the currency that all currency amounts on the report are being reported in. In this case, it is Australian dollars. This report of an invoice, however, is displaying currency amounts in US dollars. This is because it is the currency of this customer invoice. This report of invoice billings by customer order is displaying currency amounts in the local currency of the company. There may be multiple different currencies used for different invoice billings. However, the organisation requires a report of billings across all customers, orders and projects for the company in a single currency. We can, however, see the currency that each customer order has been entered in as a currency code immediately following the customer order number. The currency amounts reported here, however, in this report are in the currency of the company as described in the report header. This is the end of the video and the discussion on currencies.